Avoid fainting. Keep breathing. It is
Wes Craven was born in Cleveland in 1939, and he is already a legend, especially in horror movies. In 1972, he filmed The Last House on the Left, which is also the film that changed the public image of violent films and helped to evolve the genre. In 1975, he made The Hills Have Eyes as a response to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and attempted a sequel later in 1985. A project relatively unknown followed, Deadly Blessing. In 1982, he undertook the ambitious project of turning a comic book hero into live action. Swamp Thing was a well-made movie with plenty of special effects and action, but the audience didn't seem too enthusiastic.
The Adventures of the Swamp Thing.
2 years later, however, it was a different story with Freddy. Freddy was a child killer who had been burned by the parents of his victims, and as a demon haunted all of our dreams. A Nightmare on Elm Street became the most successful film series and a trademark of the 80s. Craven was comfortable to experiment and try different directions in horror. Deadly Friend in 1986 confused audiences. The Serpent and the Rainbow in 1988 took off Bill Pullman's career, showing what happens in the occult ceremonies of the voodoo religion. He made the movie Shocker next, known for its heavy metal soundtrack, and People Under the Stairs, in which Wes Craven tried to revive the success of Freddy without succeeding and thus without a second thought. In 1994, he returned to the boogeyman that made him famous, but gave the audience an almost snuff movie about the influence of the original film on its actors. In 1995, he collaborated with Eddie Murphy in a horror comedy about a black vampire in Brooklyn, but it did not excite anyone. All changed the following year with a script that Craven dismissed, a teenager's slasher movie called Scream. The film also had 2 sequels. His last 2 works after Scream 3 were much smaller and didn't get a wide release. But we hope the movie Cursed to find its way to the theaters, cause this important director deserves a lot of respect.
Make sure this Halloween comes early this year.